morning. Yeah. 6:30 in the morning. And we're already out. You know why?
6:42. Fixing to go back down and get my driver's license again. This is my third time. Got my original and one renewal, and I've got to go back and get another renewal. Both times I was just under the wire. We've typically had a 3-year license period. I got in just after the fact on my first license, so I was only good for 2 years, and then I renewed it, so I got a full 3 years out of that license, and now I've got to go back and renew it again, and that's going to give me my 5 years. They changed it this year to 5 years, so thank goodness I won't have to do this for another 5 years. Hopefully I will have to renew. That means I'm still around, so it's going to give me 5 year more lease on life.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I just hope I can go back. But this one should be for 5 years. And I got my collared shirt back on. I got to have a collared shirt and pants to go into the LTO or the Bureau of Immigrations. Okay, we'll check out for now, and we'll let y'all know how our trip goes. Bye.
Right. Camera cut.
Cut. Clip. Off.
Okay.
I had to get a medical in Iloilo, and I didn't need one before. But this year you gotta have them. Notice that sign up there? Look at the 400 pesos. That's new. It used to be 150 or 200. They keep painting over the sign. They keep raising the prices on it. I don't know how much of this I lost. Kind of living dangerous out here. Back in here, this is the LTO here, right behind the Capitol building. And then down in there is a whole bunch of cars, taxis, and motorcycles that have been impounded. Well, it took us 2.5 hours. We got here at 7 and it's 9:30 now. Some eateries down here right across the street. And it looks like our car is still here. There was plenty of parking here this morning at 7 o'clock. This is nice. We're inside of a nice cool McDonald's. We're away from the LTO. I haven't had breakfast. Called it breakfast mac, where you get the sausage and a biscuit and hash browns. And so we decided to stop by here. The LTO was somewhat challenging, but I have a good attitude because I'm used to Iloilo, and I studied all this before I moved here, and I always prepare for the worst, and that's what I did. And it actually 2.5 hours went by fairly fast, except it was hot in there. And when we did finally get my new license, it was even hotter, and the place was really packed, so I'm glad we got there early. Like I said earlier, I don't know if we can capture it on film here, but I'm good till 2024, and that means 5 years, and then I've got my 1 and 2, which is car and motorcycle endorsements, and a driver's license change to my Bacolod address from Iloilo. So everything's been all done and upgraded, so I'm proud of that. What else? Okay, we got over there and we found out I had to have a medical, which I didn't need in Iloilo. And so that took an hour and a half because we had to wait for the doctor to show up. They wheeled him in. And he had his oxygen tank with him. He's an older gentleman, of course. And so I was hoping it was going to go smooth enough, and they had to help him out and into his sitting chair. And we get around the little dividers that they put up, and I'm interviewed by somebody else totally different. And the doctor had to put his thumbnail print on every signature on every form. And so that's why they needed him there. Somebody else did all the work, and I had to read a few number charts, and it was simple, but it was still 400 pesos later. And that, so give them the money and run. So we got through that one okay, and then the rest of across the street back at the LTO building was fairly quick. And then I was ready to go, and she gave me my license and said, "Thank you, sir." And I looked at it, and it was my same license. And it had a couple of staples in it. So, sorry, I'm keeping an eye out for Rose over here too. But so they didn't give me one. They were trying to send me home with what I had, and my license expires in 5 days, 1 week. I didn't need it. So they took us back into the office there, and we had some negotiation and filled out a whole bunch more paperwork, and then we sat down and made sure she got all the information correct in the computer, and then we did my fingerprints on there, and they gave us our license just in a couple of minutes. I saw them input it into the machine, and it came out finished. So I was expecting something to go wrong. You just never know. I did bring my passport, but unfortunately I didn't need it. But it doesn't matter. Are you my waitress? Hi.
Here's your order, sir.
Wow.
You want anything?
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to stop and eat, and then I think we're going to go over and square away the insurance on the car, right? For a new year? Okay, so that's our next plan, is to go do the car insurance. And next month, I've got to renew the insurance and on the bike and get it inspected, emissions testing. Okay, talk to y'all later, and thanks. Thanks for coming along to McDonald's with us. We appreciate that.